I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
Well, hello, Corey. What is going on? Hey, I cannot stay for long, my friend. I'm streaming myself for once. Hey, there you go. There you go. W intro. Thank you very much. Very much. I'm out of breath right now because halfway through that intro, I realized I forgot my coffee. It's a partially green cup. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that nice? But, well, it's a pretty green cup. It's a little bit of an off green. But anyway, welcome to the stream, bro Chacho. Thank you for checking in before you start your stream, good sir. Can never forget the coffee. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So here we are, getting ready for some more hunting on one of the best days of the week. I will say one of my best streams online for content that people seem to like is definitely Call of the Wild, for sure. Whenever I post my Call of the Wild, like short form content, oh man. All right, man. Hey, catch you around, bro Chacho. Have a good stream, man. I hope it goes well. But yeah, guys, I am super excited for today. Call of the Wild is the day of the week that I look forward to absolutely every single week. Oh, there you go. Far Cry 3. All right, there you go. I have never played the Far Cries, actually. I've never played those, but I've definitely heard their name about 1,000,001 times, so they got to be good. They got to be good. All right, guys. Hey, we're going to hop right back on over to Salzweisen for now, because we've already looked at what our daily and weekly challenges are, and they are lining up just so perfectly per the usual to get a big fat payday on Salzweisen. So let's go ahead and take a refresher look. If you want to see, come tune in once every now and again. I will. If I'm not streaming, I absolutely will. If I'm streaming, I might have a harder time doing that, but I will be there when I can, my brother. I hope it goes very well for you. Thank you very much for supporting my channel as well. I'll see if I can lurk on my phone or something. That'll work out perfectly. I can lurk on my phone. Let me click on you and follow. All right, love you too, bro Chacho. Have a good stream. Let's see here. Well, I'm clicking on it to try to follow, and the follow button's not there. I'm gonna have to type it in. Oh, I'm following. Never mind, I'm already following. All right, let's go. So, challenges, guys, challenges. Let me get my phone off of Wi-Fi, and I'm actually gonna lurk for Corey, you guys, because I don't want to be one of them guys who doesn't help out, but asks for help all the time. So here we are lurking. Got it. Lurk. Boom. And all right. So, wow. Our challenges. The weekly challenge is 10 predators between 3 and 7. That doesn't have to be in a particular map. I totally forgot. I picked my daily challenges last night. Those aren't going to be here today. I don't know what I was thinking. So we get to pick out new challenges. Get 2 ducks with a shotgun and hit them in the heart for $5 grand. That's actually going to be extremely doable. And then the other ones are just 4 roe deer using a handgun. Or 2 wildlife on Sundarpatan, I don't know, however you say it. that's another option, but that's only $1,000. We're really looking for a bit more of a payday than that. So let's go ahead and, well, I mean, I guess we could do all three of them, I suppose. I'm supposing. Te Awaro, Aurora, I don't know. We don't have that map yet, so that one, all of them are tempting. We have the money to get the maps, but we don't want to pick any maps yet until we know for sure we're going to be hunting them. So, we might do that. We might do that. Or we could just go to Sundar Patan and grab a couple wildlife there. So we're going to do that, guys. We're going to do all of it. All of it. So, yeah. So we have to get 10 predators between 3 and 7. So we're going to go ahead and go over here and grab ourselves. We're going to grab ourselves the right loadout. Good gosh, guys. Running and drinking coffee at the same time is not something I should evidently do. All right. Let's see what we got here. We're going to go to storage and see what we can do about getting a shotgun that'll help us with our current goals on Salzweisen. So, let's see here. Ammo. Boonies! What's going on? How is Boonies doing today? Going to be home soon. There you go. It's going to be a nice change of pace from always working constantly. Getting a nice day off. Very happy about that. Ooh. That was like a raccoon dog. I'm pretty sure that was a raccoon dog. How is Mooney doing today? All right, lures. Definitely going to be using that. And I think I'll also get the deluxe duck collar while we're here, as well as the squall collar and all that jazz, and the jackrabbit collar. If we get all of these together at once, then we're gonna be cooking with Crisco. We're gonna be doing just fine. Now, the guns that we're needing to use are gonna be obviously a bow, probably a 223, something like that. You know, maybe a 246, but the 223 might be a little bit more lightweight, as well as some sort of structure that might help us. I will keep my nighttime stuff if I can help it. We'll see if we want to use a structure, though. If we do use a structure, it's obviously going to be the conifer tripod. We do like that one quite a bit. And we're obviously going to need a shotgun, but I want a shotgun that's going to have some decent penetration to it. I don't want to get this little 20 gauge going, because to be completely honest, it's probably going to have a very hard time penetrating enough to get what I'm looking for. So if I do something in between, like a 12 gauge, maybe that'll be a few more pellets and a tighter spread, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a big shotgun person. Obviously, we want the bow. And we're going to see what else we can carry. We want a rifle, a shotgun, and a bow and arrow, guys, so that way we can get all those predators without spooking the other ones off. If we can use a bow to shoot these predators, you know, we're going for predators that are raccoon dogs, raccoon, and, you know, foxes. So not exactly the most intimidating predators, but still. Let's go down here and get the stuff we need for it. So what do we got? We got the 12 gauge. That's right. We got the 12 gauge. So we need 12 gauge bird shot. Got that. And then what else? We're going to need all of our arrows. We should have never bought these traditional ones. And we're going to need potentially a night vision scope. But we know for sure we're going to need this scope. Absolutely for sure. And I wouldn't mind having the Raptor Reflex for the shotgun, but it's not necessary. Very clearly not necessary. There is an animal right next to us throwing an absolute fit. And it's actually time to kill them. What am I doing? This is between 3 and 7. What am I doing? That's an animal. Oh, guys, we could have got that. I thought we were outside of the time zone. We're not. All right, let's see what we get here. We definitely want like a regular 4 to 12 rifle scope. And we might be able to get by with just that, like no scope at all for the shotgun, a 4 to 12 for the rifle, and a rangefinder sight for the bow. Right? That would, but we don't even have the rifle. So, okay. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of the portable structure. We're definitely going to have to get rid of that. It just weighs too much. So let's go back up here, make sure we're all fixed up the way we want to be. 243 versus the 223. Guys, I think I know exactly where 3 pounds versus 3.5 pounds. All right, well, let's decide that after we get everything else we want. Let's get the sights. We want a night vision sight. We want the Raptor Reflex. And then we got plenty of lures. And we got the night vision there, so we're good. All right, guys, this is looking fantastic. We can get pretty much anything we want here. 243 is definitely going to be what we grab because it's going to put them down way quicker. And the ammo for it is going to be right about cha. And that should be it. We should have 243, some bird shot, and some... Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Let me see here. I am going to grab the buckshot for the 12 gauge as well. If you use the 10 gauge, guys, the biggest shotgun, you can use the bird shot for both class 1 and 2 animals, but I'm not exactly looking to do that. If I'm going to shoot something level 2, I'm just going to get the buckshot out for the 12 gauge today, just for today. All right, this is already fantastic, I'm not going to lie, because we have pretty well everything we need already. Let's see here. The ammo and everything should be good already. We just need to get our lures set where we want them, which we'll put the duck collar right here, and we will put the predator collar over here and the squall collar right there, and we can get the band-aids out if we need them. And that's about all she wrote. That's about all she wrote. We are good to go for today's challenge. Bird shot, polymer tip, yep, and a 412, and then we're gonna do that. Ooh, we'll do that, and we will do the buckshot with the Class 1. All right, so back to here just to confirm. We need to shoot the ducks at any time in the heart, and we need the predators to be shot between 3 and 7. We got to get 10 of those. So that's going to be the first thing we do, guys. We're going to do the weekly first. This could be a 2-hour stream of just doing the weekly challenge. But we are, by golly, we're going to give it our best shot. So. We had so many of them already in this area right next to us on the map. We are right here. So, yeah, this looks like a fantastic spot. I'm not going to lie. It looks like a great spot to be. So, I'm going to... We don't got very much time at all. We don't have very much time at all. So, I'm actually just going to run over here and try to hurry up and get the ducks that we got set up. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. That way we don't waste any more time. Because if we're outside of the 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. time frame that we need for the predators, then we will absolutely take advantage of the ducks that are there right about that time. None of them are over here at the moment, which is actually kind of preferable because I want to get over here and set down my Fox Pro 360 and call them in right in front of that little waterfowl blind we got set up right there, and then just blast them away. Peruvinus duck are already out, so that's good. We're going to call them for sure. What do we got right here? Can't spot those. I think those are the fake ones anyway. They're just there for looks. All right, guys, this is it. This is it. Let's go ahead and get the Fox Pro. We're going to put it right, just directly upwind of us, or at least pretty close to directly upwind of us, where we can see. How far do we want it to be? 15 meters? Yeah. We'll say 20, you know, somewhere around right here. Right cha. Right cha. Just to be extra safe, right cha. All right, Fruginous Duck, and we'll say Eurasian Teal. Maybe those two will be it. And here we go. Cool thing is on these guys, like I've seen other people do, if you're wanting to play them, first of all, the door shuts automatically behind you, which is super convenient. There's some Eurasian Teal right there. I'm going to go ahead and lock in real quick. But what you can actually do in these guys, you can actually jump up onto the edge of them, and you see right now, next to my heart symbol on the bottom right, we have that flat line. It's very wide, and it's white. That means that we are about 80% camouflaged. If you step outside of this thing, you are going to have a half circle if you're sitting still. So, obviously, this thing's doing its job very well. But you can use that line, like I was saying, you can use that line for that duck sidetracked me to tell when you're camouflaged and when you're not. And you can actually jump up onto the side of this blind right here. And after I kill these ducks, I'll show you how. I'm just going to take that one for now so I can show you. But anyway, so jump up on the edge right here if you want a cleaner line of sight. See how now I got a half circle on the outside of it? Check that out. Hold on. All right. Try it again. You can jump up on the edge of it. If I could do it. Oh my gosh. There we go. And looky there, guys. Looky there. I could stand all the way up on the top of this, and I am 80% camouflaged. Not too shabby. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and reload and wait for the next ducks to show up. But I don't really need that though. I got a slight downward angle on the waterfowl blind anyway. So I'm just gonna shoot them from behind it. But yeah, that's how you jump up on the side of it and get a better shot while still remaining camouflaged. All right, let's see here. All right, we got a bunch of them coming in, and a big shift in wind direction, guys. We placed that call just about directly upwind of us now. We have almost a perfect crosswind. Oh no, not quite almost perfect, but what in the world? Got a couple of them right there. Not too shabby. We got to get, I forget, how many ducks do we got to get? We got to get quite a few of them. Oh, never mind. We got to get 2 hitting the heart. But that's probably going to equal to be a lot more. A heck of a lot more. than just shooting to, because the pellet has to hit the heart perfectly. We got some Eurasian teal coming in. That's perfect. I also don't mind sitting here racking up some extra dollars shooting extra ducks even afterward. If I get a big old pile of waterfowl in front of me, I'm not going to be upset about that. And they're coming in pretty quickly right now, so no need to really rush the process. Running out there to see if I got a heart every single time is definitely going to slow it down a lot. $354, $329, $333. That's a good lady. Oh, that second one didn't get him. I shot over him just a little bit too much leading, or anticipating, I should say. I was right above him. I wasn't really leading him. I wasn't moving with it, but I thought he was going to jump up a little quicker than that. Got some more fruginous duck on the way, guys. They're coming in pretty quickly in between shots, I'm not going to lie. Quite a few of them. All right. 892 on that guy right there. Are they fleeing, really? Oh, no, you don't. Ah! What is today's date, y'all? What is it? It doesn't say right there, does it? I thought it did. All right, we got some more Eurasian teal coming in. They're going to spook pretty quickly. All right. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. We're just going to keep waiting, you guys. We're going to make sure that we get this done the right way the first time. We don't mind making the extra money because we go through money like crazy. We were, I think last time we started at $65,000 and spent it down to about 15 grand. A lot of trophies, a lot of mounts and stuff like that. We actually taxidermized every single saved harvest we had. We made multiple of the mat multi-mounts in the trophy lodge. We just spent all kinds of money. And so we, not to mention all the structures we buy at 16 grand a piece, we just go right through it, y'all. We the other day, sorry, the other stream even before that, we made sure we had 50 plus rounds of every type of ammunition that we have. That was pricey, except for obviously now we're lower than that. But yeah, we have definitely spent a big pretty penny, and so we are looking at making a pretty penny best we can. So if we get 10 ducks at least, that's going to be pretty close to an extra $5,000 on top of the $5,000 reward. So that'll be about 10 grand. If we can shoot more than 10 ducks, I'll gladly take over 10 grand for doing that. And then we're going to go get 10 predators between 3 and 7. We definitely found exactly where we need to do that. And then after that, we get to go to Center Baton and we get to go to Hirschfelden for some roe deer. So definitely looking like a profitable day because all of it together is going to be about 10 grand for the first challenge. I'm going to shoot this duck before he leaves. Hopefully that got a heart. I definitely shot into that little creek, into that little dip right there. So I don't know if it got down low enough. Probably just domed him, but let's see here. So yeah, at least 10 grand right now for the ducks that we're doing all together. And then the predators are going to be close to 1,000 per predator, not quite. Some are over, so it's going to be probably about 10 grand plus the 12,000. So that's going to be 22 grand plus 10 grand. So it's going to be 32 grand between two challenges. And then you get roe deer for 4 grand. So that's, man, that's going to be, so the whole day should be about a $40,000 day. If we can get all of the challenges done, we should make about 40,000 today. And we're starting out around 22,000. Got a lot of them interested. Let's see if they spook before they land. I tell you what, I'm actually going to, I might just spray down. Yeah, I know each spray is about $300, guys, and each shot is anywhere from $20 to like $100 plus for a shot. So we want to make sure that we use this stuff in a smart way. All right, the second one was very much not a heart shot, but that's all right. I think we can tag him from here. Ooh. All right. comes another long one. Missed that one. All right, let's see what we got. I want to do a quick talk to text message to my Discord for any of you guys that are in my Discord. Guys, we've had a couple schedule changes this week, so I'm going to announce that pretty much every single time. So while you guys are here, I'm just going to say it out loud so y'all can hear it. But anyway, so. Hey guys, just wanted to let you know real quick, we had a couple changes to some of our schedule stream times this week, period. The Thursday evening stream has been canceled because we have a concert to go to. Band concert to go to. And the Friday night Fire Away Friday stream has been pushed back a little bit later so that way we can join Chelsea on their... On her community conquest. Battlefield 6. I'm going to copy this and put it in the announcements as well, but figured I would drop it by here just in case anybody didn't see it. All right, guys. The ducks have definitely slowed down. Let's see here. Sorry about that, guys. I don't usually do stuff like that, obviously, in the middle of the stream, but I figured in between ducks we had a little bit of time. So let's see what other type of waterfowl are in the area because obviously we are not calling the right ones in now. So let's go ahead and switch this up. Maybe mallard. Maybe we finally got some more mallard going and some Eurasian widgeon, maybe something like that. And we can also use our deluxe duck beacon caller. Oh, hey. Well, hey, they're here. Which ones are these? Those are still ferruginous ducks. Okay, so we are going to for sure do ferruginous ducks still, and we can go ahead and call in some Eurasian widgeon while we're at it. Oop, guys, they're here. Can we get a twofer? Eh. I can't tell if we got the one behind him in the first shot or the second shot, but I'm pretty sure we got them both. Let's see here. go ahead and get that deluxe duck caller out. This thing, the advantage to that is not only that it does it call in most type of waterfowl, but it also reaches 500 meters. So any duck at all should absolutely be super ecstatic to flock right to their death. Not too shabby, guys. We're not doing too shabby. We're gonna have a nice pile of ducks going right here. Oh, we got some more coming in. Eurasian widgeon. Way too far. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. I thought for sure with that cluster of 3 that we would have got one of them, but I was sighted in completely wrong. Should I do it again? Can we do it? They're way too far gone. Can we do that? Wouldn't that be something? All right, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. This is getting crazy. They're just coming in so frequently and so easy. I figured I'd practice a little bit of my my actual air shots instead of like a 15-meter shot right in front of me. See, another mating call. They're just flooding in here as if we're not blasting away with a shotgun. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop. I gotta stop it. There's absolutely no way that none of those are hitting them. That's insane to me. We're running out of shots. We are actually running out of shots. I'm going to have to cool it. All right, no more. I promise, no more. But we are going to have to change the direction of the call because it is 1,000% in the worst possible spot. So can we grab this without confirming a trophy? Is it really going to make us confirm a trophy? Can I just grab my fox? Well, there it goes. There it goes. All right. I would much rather confirm the trophies when I'm done collecting the trophies. That way I don't have to write it all down more than once. All right, let's see here. Oh, wait, this is... Yep, this is where we want it. This is about where we want it. Right, cha. All right. How many meters is that? 20 meters? Yeah, right, cha. Right, cha. We'll put it right, cha. Call them back in. That should be a wonderful little shot right there. Shouldn't be too bad at all. Okay, wow. All right, no more air shots. I promise. I want to do it. I want to do it. Come on. Ooh, here he comes. I lied. All right. I'd say we got a decent pile of dead bodies to check. We might wait you guys for like one more just to make sure, because I really would hate to go out there, collect all of that, and still be short on either hearts or money. So, but it is looking like it's slowing down a little bit, so we might just get a move on with it too. I'm kind of just making up my mind on that. Definitely a lot of good kills right there. Definitely have some money to collect for sure. But hopefully if we get 2 or more heart shots, then we'll have a bonus. A bonus to collect on. I'm not seeing the duck that I want to see, so if we give it about another 2 or 3 minutes and we don't see something, oh, there we go, there we go. Mating call from a ferruginous duck. All right, we'll go ahead and take him out. He is flying alone, which is good because we want his need zone to disappear. Oh, wait. If they're solo dolo, their need zone is there just for one animal, and that's not what we're looking for. We don't want to like find a need zone on our map, hike all the way out to it for a planned hunt, and there be one dinky little non-trophy animal out there. We 1000% want to have the whole crew wiped out, so that way their need zone disappears and we don't waste our time like that. Wasn't reloaded. Okay, so he's 894, 892, 8. Okay. All right, let's go see what we got. All right, let me pull up my comprehensive list of best trophies. All right, let's see here. Well, first of all, I got to put this in the chat. Here we go. Never managed to actually put that in there like I should have. Boom. Go ahead and pin that till I remove it. Thank you. We'll go over here. We'll pin this one as well. For anybody looking to join us on our own personal server, this is a link for you if you want it. You don't have to join if you don't want to, obviously. But I want to make sure that people know it's there. That way, any hanging out, talking, chilling, any updates on the stream, stuff like that will all be announced and everybody will be up to date. So there we go. Should be good to go. Now we just got to get our comprehensive list going like I was just talking about. Let's see here. So we're going to have 2 of them actually. All right. So we got a list of best trophies and we got a list of Call the wild animals with their, strengths and weaknesses. So for best trophies, let's look and see what we got. We got, well, silver is absolutely just not going to be nothing that we keep. Another silver. Yeah, we done all right. We done all right. We had that guy die way out there. So let's go. I tell you, before we get back here to this pile, let's use it as a reference for where these other ones are. We got this guy way out here. And that is a silver female. And then way out this way was that one dude that was shot. Dude, chick, whatever, whichever it was. I don't know why I'm so hippity hoppity when I'm running. All right. I think I'm so used to other games where it's 1000%. beneficial to do that. Like you move faster. God dang, where are we gonna have to go to move around this? I really don't. Okay, we're gonna have to go a little bit further down. We should be good. There should be a crossing point this way according to the map, but sometimes the map isn't very accurate. So yeah, not looking like it's there. Not looking like there's one there. So back this way we can cross. I'll tell you what, guys, here in just a minute, after we get this one solo bird that we're looking for, I am going to mark that again just because. After we get this one solo bird that we're looking for, I'm going to have to go grab an ice pack from my neck for sure. It says that it should be somewhere right about here, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it, guys. I know there's a crossing point around here somewhere, but come on now, game. Is this it? This is it. Okay. That's a little off, but not bad. I need to put something there that can mark that at some point. That would be probably a very wise decision. Maybe a couple of decoys that we don't use for anything. Was that him right there? I thought I saw his body. Okay, we do have some ducks somewhere. I think we're mostly done with them. Sure enough, his blood splatter landed there and his poor little body landed here. She. Okay, never mind. Are those mallard? What are those? They had to have been mallard or something because they were getting ready to land on our decoys. The only decoys we have over there are mallard. But I had pretty much wiped the mallard, you know, clean. Not that you can actually do that, but you can thin them out and make it where they kind of change patterns, you know, because when you wipe a whole group out, a new one respawns, and those new ones have their own brand new need zones that they travel between, so that their pattern is completely changed when you do that. Why can't I see where I need to cross from this side? I can't see through this at all. I'm definitely going to have to mark this. But an easy way to remember is this path just next to this tripod that I got over here. So, yeah, mallard. Wow, we got some mallard over here. Okay, all right. I think I actually hit one with a pellet, but that's about it. We're going to stop wasting bullets, that's for sure. I'm just not looking to collect any more at this time, so if I get a crazy shot, that'd be fun. But other than that, I'm not really looking for anything other than just collecting what we already have. So, silver female, good to go. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Gold male for goodness sake, 977. That's definitely not going to be a PB. Oh no, not even close. Boom. And silver, silver, silver. All right, a few more silver, silver. silver. Guys, I am not entirely sure that we're going to freaking pass this daily quest as easily, daily mission as easily as we thought we would. Daily challenge. Mechanet, get it right. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know if we passed any of them because we have to kill 2 ducks, hit in the heart with a shotgun. We just collected like a ton of ducks. We went from 22,000 to 29,000 just on the ducks alone, which pay about $300 to $400 a piece, which means so like $7,000 divided by, so that's at least like 15 ducks that we just collected. And yeah, not on one of them. Not on one of them was what we were looking for. That's insane to me. Trying to heart shot them with a shotgun. We've killed 14, 15 ducks and have not got one heart shot yet. It's going to be a little bit more picky now. I am going to switch my method up. It's going to be purely shooting them in the chest when they're on the ground. That is going to be every single shot. I will go for a second shot when they're here just to increase my odds. But the fact that we have, it is just pass the harvest check with the shotgun and hit them in the heart. That's the only stipulation. And we have yet to get any of those. That's insane. Excuse me, I should have muted that one. All right, so we've killed at least 15 ducks so far. We've gotten like 14, 15 ducks so far. We went from 22,000, 29,000, not a single heart shot. If it doesn't happen here pretty soon, I don't mind making the extra $7,000. I mean, that's going to make this at least a $12,000 plus payout by the time we're done with it, obviously. But I would love to just get those 2 heart shots done and, you know, move on to the roe deer or the Sundar Patan. But, you know, I mean, they're coming in pretty quickly, so at least we're not bored. This deluxe beacon caller calls all of them in within 500 meters. And we got the decoys and the foxborough working with us too, so it stays pretty busy. All right, I don't think I can heart shot him from her from behind, but oh well. Eurasian Widgeon, good to know. So Farugan, Stuck, and Eurasian Widgeon are still being called in somewhat efficiently. All right, so we'll keep using the Beacon Deluxe to call in all the others. All we need is 2 heart shots. I should have waited. In fact, from now on, if they're not front facing, we're not shooting them. If they're not on the ground front facing, we are not shooting them. Tell you what, I'm going to go grab an ice pack for my neck. It is starting to hurt just way too bad with that one. So I'll be right back, guys. Going to be off screen for probably like 30 seconds. All right, I'm on the way. On the way back. All right, did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Please call. Please call. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I do have to walk over to the freezer and get some stuff for my neck from time to time. Oh, man, we lost some already, didn't we? They were interested and we lost them. Let's see what we got here. Tufted duck. Okay, yep. They might still answer the call. But this is a great call, guys. If you're looking for any sort of duck hunting, you go to Saleswise, and this mallards, cinnamon teal, goldeneye tufted duck, harlequin duck, and Farugan's duck. It's a lot of duck. So, what are we missing here? Some obviously gadwall are missing. Eurasian teal and Eurasian widgeons. But other than that, if I call in, so let's switch this up. Let's call in Eurasian teal and Eurasian widgeons, and pretty much everything else. Yeah, pretty much everything else besides goldeneye and gadwall are going to be heading our way. So, oh, there we go. Mallard, nope, Eurasian widgeon. Hopefully that's a hard shot. If not, we'll just keep making our money. Oh, night vision, wrong ones. Oh, well, we'll try it out. Eurasian teal, alert. Where's that call at? Where's that call at? Oh, Eurasian teal. So those are going to be very close when they land, and they will spook pretty quickly. So if we see something landing right now, we are 1,000% busting that shotgun out. But this call only works for 25 seconds, so you do have to keep using it pretty frequently. Come on, face me. Please face me. Please face me. Okay, yeah, that'll work. All right, we're going to knock out some chest shots, guys. We're going to get them in the chest, get our $5,000 bonus, and move on to the roe deer. Or you guys tell me, hey, don't be afraid to tell me, what do you want me to pick? What do you want me to pick for the next daily challenge that we're working on? Because we got 2 wildlife of any kind at any time on Sundar Patan. However you say it, Sundar Patan or whatever. And then we have to get, I think, 4 roe deer on any map at any time. So we have a roe deer call specifically. We can absolutely optimize our loadout for roe deer and have a good time with that. So you guys let me know if you have any preferences. We do have our rewards built up to get a $25 Xbox gift card thanks to Xbox Ultimate Game Pass. So we can buy any map that we don't have at this moment, at least, and it won't even be at any real cost to us. So if you guys have a preference, feel free now or in any other Call of the Wild stream, feel free to let me know. Once we get a community going for Call of the Wild, we are going to start doing obviously some multiplayer games where we host things on the map, and we get a community challenge going. So, and the only stipulation on that is pretty much going to be you're going to win a real prize when we do that. We're going to have real giveaways of things for whoever completes it and does the best. We'll maybe do like a first, second, third on it or something like that. That way everybody gets a shot at getting something. Way too far ahead. Way too far ahead on that one. I probably could get him from that distance, but I don't know if I want to. Well, I said that and then absolutely missed all of them. We got 2 more shots before we got to go back to the tent for some ammo. Thankfully, these aren't too pricey. They're more than $20 a shot, like the 22LR is. The 22LR is pretty dirt cheap, but I don't think they're incredibly expensive. I'm going to be so upset with myself that these are like $100 a shot and I'm popping them off all the time. Now, let's get 1 or 2 more. Be more careful with our shots. Try to make sure all 3 of these last shots land where we want them. Maximize our potential for getting the most money we can out of them. And then move on to one of the other challenges. We can double up on the Sundar Patan one because we can hunt predators on Sundar Patan between 03:00, right? 3 in the morning until 7 in the morning. And that's the weekly challenge is I think 10 animals, predators, 10 predators killed between 3 and 7 a.m. That's going to be extremely easy to do if we use Saleswisen to do it. So we'll go to some other places first and see what happens. Oh, those are the fake ones. So if you guys ever see, you know, a whole group of them up there just flapping their wings, and you zoom in and their wings are kind of doubled up like that, you can kind of see the frames look weird on it. Those are just there for looks. Those are not actual groups. We do have some Eurasian teal and Eurasian widgeon coming in. And those guys are actually going to be answering the Foxborough call because we set it to be the Eurasian waterfowl. We've got at least a few to collect, 4 so far, so that's going to be another, 1,200-ish bucks, which will be great if they will ever land. I am going to wait till they land and try and get them in the chest to be extra careful. The first one's a chick. Second one is a dude. We have to wait till we get a good shot, though. We don't have to shoot the dudes, per se. We just need... There we go. Ugh. We got one more shot. We're going to see if we can make it count, and then we're going to go get some birds and some ammo. Hopefully some of these are heart shots, because we are being more careful about our shots now. Obviously, that second one, not so much, but... Is that a real group or a fake group? That's a fake group. All right. Let's start calling in the stuff we're not calling in. Oof. Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. No computer, no. Bad computer. All right, guys. So we got a couple more shots on them. We're going to take one last chest shot trying to get that second heart shot. Well, both of the heart shots that we need for the daily challenge. And either way, after that, we're probably going to move on to the next challenge and come back and do this at a more proper time, because it's starting to slow down a little bit. 7 a.m. to like 10. That's a pretty decent time if you use the method we're using with all the decoys, Foxborough, and hand calls together. But we got some roe deer and some wildlife on Sunder Patan or whatever, however you say it. I'm gonna have to look that up. We got some wildlife on those maps to go get. So we've killed probably close to 25 ducks now already, and so far no luck on the daily challenge. Why is the tufted duck just ignoring this call entirely? This call, like I said, guys, reaches 500 meters. And the duration on it is 25 seconds. We're definitely squeezing it faster than every 25 seconds. We did get some really good shots on some ducks, you guys, so I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to shorten that up to be a little bit of like a 30, 60-second highlight video of how the duck hunt went this morning. And that'll be on my social platforms probably within the next 3 or 4 days. We do schedule them in advance because trying to make all this stuff into content, guys, on top of trying to actually do the stream itself is new to me, and I am definitely learning how to manage it. But yeah, feel free to go check us out if you want to on any of our socials. We're on every single platform except for X. We are on, but we kind of just locked that out, and we're not really posting on that at the. So we are on good old Tick, and we are on, you know, Insta, and you know, blue one, the red one, all that jazz. All right. So we are going to get one more shot. We got one last shell to throw at him. I'm going to try and make sure it's a chest shot, and then we're going to go see if we did succeed at any of these heart shots. Good news is, how come I never knew I could do that before? Look at that. Look at that. I can actually, okay, wow, never even knew that was a thing. And guys, also, we are going to be coming out with channel point rewards. We have officially come out with some custom channel point rewards. You know, most of them are really related to more like Battlefield, and you know, some of them are more, you know, universal. But we're going to be coming out with Call of the Wild specific channel point rewards, and I'm super excited about that. We just have to create the images and, you know, put it all in there, and that should be up and running by the second stream today, actually. And we don't have another shell to throw at him, so let's see what we got here, guys. Let's see. We need heart shots. We need heart shots. If that's not a heart shot. Okay, what does it say? Flesh, sternum, lower neck, left metacarpal, middle neck. Some F word, stomach, right lung, and left oma. We have obliterated every possible area of this duck's chest and have not gotten a heart shot. Whatever. Okay, on to the next. Here we go. Say, ooh, what? One single pellet hit this thing? Okay, all right. Here we go. Same thing. Ready? Ready? All right. Flesh, Fergalicious, I don't know, Furcula, something like that. Killed sternum, left lung, lower neck, thoracic vertebrae. Again, just obliterated in the chest. No heart shot. What in the world? Okay, here. Ooh, that one's not going to be a heart shot. And then boom, we got this one, flesh, Fergalicious, or whatever it is. Thoracic vertebrae, left lung, killed sternum, and lower neck. What does a guy got to do to get in there? Do you see the heart, guys? You see the heart way in there? I don't know if you can see it or not. We are getting no penetration. And the daily challenge is you have to get it with a shotgun. You have to. So what in the world is going on with the penetration? We're lining it up perfectly. Cannot get in there. I'm going to pick this up. We're going to see what else we got to do. We got one bird that we shot way out this way again. We're going to go collect that one. And then we might just move on to the next challenge. You guys feel free to let me know. You don't got to by any means. I know what I can do. But we got a few choices. I can just pick one, or if you want to see anything in particular, you can always give me that input. And we will try when we can. Daily challenges today are not only the 2 duck heart shots with the shotgun, but with the Sunder Patan and the roe deer. The roe deer I'm actually excited about, I'm not going to lie. I like having a specific animal to go after. I love those type of challenges. I know exactly what gun I'm going to use. Kind of like the pig challenges that we did last week. You know, if I know exactly what animal I'm using, what class it is, then instead of grabbing that 243, which can kill anything from class 2 to class 6, well, if I'm shooting a pig, which is class 4 or 5, you know, I'm going to grab that 308, that Zarza 308, and I know exactly how to be just optimized. Look at that. Oh, is that him? Is that not him? I thought I saw him. Maybe I'm crazy. Yep, no, I did. But I love being able to single out whatever animal we're going for and optimizing the hunt. That's a nice gold Eurasian teal. We're going to check and see what our best Eurasian teal is. Eurasian teal male is our best is 356.21. Still not diamond either way, but we're not going to keep that guy. We're going to go ahead and head to the tent. We're going to, first of all, refill our shotgun shells. And then we're going to hop on over to Hirschfelden or something with some roe deer. Something with some roe deer. So let's see here. Oh, well, hey. Oh, God, I didn't mean to click on the link. You are absolutely banned. Get the heck off my channel. Change your ways. So what do you think is going to What do you think is going to benefit you from scamming so much? Do you think you're really, you're first of all, you're putting work into doing something wrong. Just put some work in to earn an honest dollar. My goodness. Get them out of here. Scammers are not welcome. All right. Buckshot. We need some more bird shot. Let's go to the store, see how we're doing on shotgun ammo. So that one we have 50, 50, 47, but that is plastic slug. We never really use the plastic slug. 12 gauge bird shot. That's what we're looking for. So what are they? Yeah. They're not too much. They're not too much. That's like what, 18 bucks a shot? Not too bad. Like the 20 gauge is more expensive than that. 20 gauge bird. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. 15 bucks a shot, really. Really. All right, guys, let's get ready for some roe deer. Let's get ready for some roe deer. So what we're going to do for each hunt is we are going to put together a little note on how to hunt them. And we're actually putting together a little bit of a book. So I'm going to let you guys know what I find. We're going to really dial in what is the absolute best way. We already have like our little exhaustive list of the fauna for each map. So like for Emerald Coast, there's class 1, you know, stubble quail and eastern gray kangaroo, class 4, feral goat, class 3, fallow deer, red deer, hog deer, sandbar, red fox, axis deer, Java Rusin, Javan Rusa, whatever it is, and then feral pig. And next to that, we always have all of our notes on like what their strengths and weaknesses are, at what point are they gold, at what point are they diamond, and kind of where are they located and whatnot. So we are actually going to look for roe deer. We're going to figure out what map we want to go to, and we're gonna do this the right way. We are 1000% going to do this the right way. So let's see here. All right. What maps on Call of the Wild have roe deer? I know Hirschfelden does, y'all, but I want to make sure. Great one, roe deer guide, all maps. Look at that. So, wow. So, all right. Well, I tell you what, guys, we're not going to sit here and bore you all to death with making the pages of it right here. I'm just going to make those some other time off stream. But we are going to pick one of the maps that they have. And the maps that the roe deer are on include... I don't even want to... Colinas. Quattro Colinas Game Reserve, Hirschfelden, and Tournan Scythian, Scotland. Okay, anyway, Scotland. They have them in Scotland, they have them in Colinas, and they have them in Hirschfelden. We have Hirschfelden, so we can either buy a new one or we can go to Hirschfelden, Germany, which is probably where we're going to go. They are scattered throughout the map, particularly in particularly in the open field areas. Sorry, guys. Sitting here multitasking. Definitely multitasking. All right. Let's get this a-going. Let's get this a-going. All right. So we are going to write down some of our notes on roe deer. I'm not going to make the whole dang thing, but I am going to make something. I am going to make something. It's a Call of the Wild Roe Deer, and we're going to say title. And pardon me, guys, for doing this right in the middle of it, but I just want to take a note of it real quick so I can refer to it during the hunt. And beyond that, we're just going to have a good time and see what roe deer we can get on Hirschfelden. So here we are. I got it all copied and ready to go. Copy that. And I'm just putting these on a note real quick so I can tell where and when I need to go. I have gotten a diamond roe deer. I have not gotten any great one of any kind, actually, as much as I should be, you know, knowing what I'm doing here. Definitely. Definitely not super well versed with roe deer. We just got super lucky and got that diamond. What class are roe deer? That's what I'm forgetting. I think they're a class 3. I'm pretty darn sure they are a class 3. Yep, they're a class 3. Okay, so right here. All right, so on Hirschfelden, they are scattered throughout the map and in fields and in open areas. What time do they drink though? What time do they? What are the need zone times? Oh, roe deer on Hirschfelden. Okay, so roe deer Hirschfeld needs zones primarily focused on feeding and resting during daylight hours. Key times include 4 a.m. to 10 a.m., 17 to 20, and then drinking from 14 to 17, and resting from, wow. So they are found across the map, but frequently in the southern and western areas of the map in open fields. Wow. The best time is the morning feeding time. Wow. Okay, wow, guys, this is great information. This is super great information. We're going to go ahead and save this information, obviously. Copy that. What in the world is going on here, guys? I don't know what's going on with my system, but it's giving me such a hard time. And we're going to figure out what we want to do here. All right, guys. All right, so we need a class 3 setup for roe deer. We're obviously going to be using probably the 243 because the 243 is going to be the most powerful option we have for class 3 animal. It goes from class 2 to 6. The 223 does 2 to 4. And so the 308 is going to be too strong. 243 is going to be right up our alley. Unless we want to go with possibly, let me check. What is the Stradivarius? Is it class 3? Let's see. What are the 270 bullets? 4 to 8. Yep. So we are absolutely going to be doing the 243. That is 1,000% what we need. All right, let's see here. Ranger 243, we got that. We don't really need a shotgun for this situation. And up close, we're going to use that bow. So we might actually be able to just keep keep what we got with the shotgun and just head over there with the current setup that we have. We're just going to change what our calls are. So let me go ahead and get that. I'm going to switch out shotguns while I'm here, actually, though. I'm going to get that, the 10 gauge. We get the big, powerful one. That way, when we come back, we can absolutely tear this up properly. Okay. All right. Let's see here. 10 gauge plastic birdshot. And then, yeah, that's all we're really going to need for that. And we can get rid of the sight because the rapid reflex does not work on the 10 gauge. Lures, we're going to get rid of the other lures, and we're going to grab our roe deer collar, which I believe we've already purchased. Yep, roe deer collar. And then consumables, we're good there. Binos, we're good there. And structures, we're just all sorts good. I wouldn't mind having room. We're going to have to get 2.5 pounds cleared to have room for a portable structure. So we might just rely on the structures that are already there. I think that's everything we need, guys. I think it is. We got night vision for the rifle in case we need it. We have the bow and all of its ammo and whatnot. So, yeah. Let's get right to it. Hirschfelden it is. Hirschfelden Hunt Reserve. Here we go. So we got to get 4 roe deer. We've definitely, what we do, guys, on this channel is we kind of break down each hunt according to the daily and weekly challenges. I'm always, you know, I always have my lists that already tell me what those animals' strengths and weaknesses are, but we don't necessarily know where to go to hunt them. So on this channel, as we hunt them, we will be obviously reading out loud off of our own notes or notes that we find on how to hunt these animals the most efficient way possible. So let's get the shotgun. Let's get the shotgun ready to go. Or let's just get it assigned where we want it because my OCD is going to just eat me up if I don't. And yeah, let's get our roe deer call. And by golly, I think that's all we're going to need. I tell you what, I think that's about all we're going to need. We'll keep the bow. And I'm actually going to change my mind. I'm not going to. We're going to get rid of the shotgun while we're here. We're going to see if we can get ourselves a stand. We have we have 2-person blinds. We have, you know, tripod stands. We have all sorts of stuff. We're going to make use of that. How close are we? Oh, there we go. We got it. All right. So the stand is going to go right here. We need to get 4 roe deer, 4 of them. So I'm going to make double sure that we don't have any sort of lures that we could use that we don't have. Like scents. Scents are actually very underrated. I don't use scents as much as I should. We do have 19 scents. We're going to go ahead and stock up on those since we're going to be here hunting them anyway. And we're going to grab the scent as well. So there's no way at all, guys, that we are not going to get some roe deer. This is going to be a great roe deer hunt. We have the call. We have the fox roe. We have the tripod. We have the roe deer scent. This is going to be something. This is going to be a good, fun hunt. I'm excited about it. Definitely better than constantly going after, you know, roe deer on foot with nothing else to really help us out. So where do we want the roe deer? They did say the southern part of the map in the open fields. This fits that perfectly. So let's see where the closest stand is that we want to go to. We might go, there is that one right there in front of us, but I'm kind of feeling like buying a new stand while I'm here. Right on down Honda. And seeing what we can find over there. So let's try that out. Best times, again, are going to be, let's see here. They drink between 14 and 17, so we don't need to go near water at any time. Right now, we are at 11:38, and that is typically their resting time. From 10 to 14 is their resting time, so that's actually going to be good. Let's go up here and grab this blind and get to it. Probably going to place it right about 75 meters north of me. I don't want to make it any more difficult than I need to. Got some male fallow deer tracks right there. Let's go ahead and get that built up. And before I place anything at all, I'm actually going to see... I don't care about no geese. I'm actually going to see... Here it is. What angle am I going to have that has a favorable wind? So let's go ahead and mark the spot that we're going to want to do this at. See, I can't really aim over there very good like this. It's mostly out in this direction, which is a horrible wind. That right there isn't as bad, but we would have to make sure that'll be perfect. 70 meters right there. That should be perfectly fine. Let's see if we can bring it a little bit more out this way, though. Let's see if we can bring it more out to here. Something easier for me to find. Okay, all right. That right there should be good. Maybe even a smidge more. Put it right at 75. That way, if they're in front of it or behind it, actually, that's going to be right where we want it to be. There we go. Let's go put our call down, and also we're going to spray down some scent over there. Roe deer. Roe deer have for their abilities. Where is Hirschfeld? I have a list of maps right here. Where is... There it is. All right. Roe deer have very good hearing and smell. So we are going to... Oh, no. Come on. Where's my call at? Where's my Fox Pro at? Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. Hold on. Hold on, guys. We got to go all the way over here and get the Fox Pro. Oh, my gosh. That's a good-looking deer. I mean, not really, but anyway. Let's not have this be right in the middle of nowhere. Let's not do that. So I'm gonna go grab this call. This was when we were also doing some pig hunting on Hirschfelden. Nice need zone up here for, I think, pig and what was it, fallow deer, red deer. Oh, roe deer, 7 to 10. Look at that. Wild boar from 21 to midnight. Okay. I am going to get this tent back real quick as well because it has no business being right here. It is too close to several other places. So let's put up the good old... I apologize, guys. This is usually not so difficult to do. We're going to put up the portable structure that I have so that way I can pick this up, and then I'm going to teleport, fast travel, what have you, to this spot right down here. Then we're going to put up the tent back in storage and get our tripod. All right, no, we don't need that. No. Nope. That, and then that. And that should be just about what we need. Let me go ahead and get that tripod back. There we go. It's being difficult for some reason. All right. Between 11 and 14, we are definitely within that time frame. So let's go get our Fox Pro put down and finally get the hunt on the way. That never usually takes this many tries or this long to get everything put together, but we're gonna start. I'm finding out, guys, I'm gonna have to start getting some of this stuff done ahead of time. I've never really taken Call of the Wild. I've taken Call of the Wild seriously, just never really that seriously to like plan out a hunt ahead of time when I'm not on the game. You know, so I'm definitely finding out that if you want to have a specific animal, I was always kind of like that, you know, go to what need zones you already have discovered, you know, just find a need zone you already have, and just go to it if you need a daily challenge, or just hunt whatever the crap you walk into. That was kind of what I used to do a lot, is just have a rifle for every single type of animal, or at least a wide range of different classes of animal, and then just kind of pick up wherever you want to and take off. And it's just not been the smartest move when it comes to hunting 4, 5, 10, 12 animals. So we're having to kind of be a little bit more purposeful. And one thing I forgot to do right here is to use the scent. I'm gonna spray it twice. I'm gonna haul booty back over here to this. Make sure I got myself set up and ready to go. All right, guys, this is it. This is about as good as it gets for hunting roe deer. This should be able to call something in. If we didn't just spook something right there. Okay, Canada goose. We don't care about no Canada goose. All right, here come the roe deer, y'all. I'm seeing a call of some kind. I'm going to go ahead and spray down myself if I see... Well, I'm going to wait till I see one first, but... Nah. What range do we got here? We got 90 seconds, so we don't have to squeeze this one too crazy often. At 200-meter range, we're definitely going to be using our next skill point to be able to actually call out to further distances. This particular one, not that one. Hold on. There we go. This one right here increases the range of all callers within 10 meters of a lookout point or inside of an elevated structure. This includes tree and tripod stands and elevated hunting structure. So obviously ground blinds, that's not going to apply to this right here, what I'm in right now, but we could just slap this tripod down if we had to, and you know, do it that way. So once we get that point, we're going to be doing so much ambush hunting, it's crazy. We already do ambush hunting. What am I talking about? That's pretty much most of what we do. I will stalk something if I have seen it first and know it's good. I'm not just going to pick a random male track, you know, the tracks of some random male animal and start going after it. Most of the time, I'm going to try and set something up like this. What am I hearing? you would think within 200 meters this way, which is all the way to the house, to out to here, and 200 meters from this thing, which would be 275 meters out this way, you'd think there might be a road deer somewhere in all of that. But if not, that's all right. We can very, very easily pack it up and go to the next spot. Well, hey, Limp, how's it going? The hunt was going super duper crazy and awesome. Gravy, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome. The hunt was going excellent for the ducks. We got like 20, 25 ducks killed within the first like hour of the stream trying to do the first daily challenge. The roe deer hunt has just started. Little slow so far, but I think we might have to move and try calling somewhere else. But how are you guys doing? How is Limp and Gravy doing today? Let's see here. Yeah, we're very likely going to have to go somewhere else. I'm not seeing any action here. It hasn't been super duper long, but it's been long enough where I'm starting to think maybe it's not. Maybe the roe deer are somewhere else. Let's see what we got for need zones for roe deer. Okay, and roe deer up here. We got a roe deer up here right at the time that we're at right now. So let's go ahead and place that. We're going to go up there and we're going to approach somewhat carefully when we get closer, but I'm not going to go crazy slow at this exact moment. I'm doing good, just working like usual. There you go. Another day, another dollar. Doing great, thank you. Spent time with 2 separate friends all day. I'm not working like usual. Well, I'm glad that y'all are having some productive, non-productive, fun, family, friend-oriented days, whatever it is. Glad you guys are doing as well as you can. Another day above ground is a good day, I always try to say. Try to. All right, so we got the jump on some roe deer right up here that are very clearly going to be in that area. We got the 243, which is going to be the most powerful rifle we have that can take down a class 3 animal without being unethical. Indeed, indeed. So we're going to go up here. Oh, also, guys, I got some short form content material that is going to be so fun to watch if you are a Call of the Wild fan at all, or if you just like hunting or short form content for video games. We got some good shots earlier today, so that's going to be a nice little fun short video that we're posting within the next few days on our socials. Super excited about those. Yeah, today's been a late day for me. I've just been cleaning up the shop, found some tools that were rusted and fused, wouldn't work, and did some magic on them and got them working again. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I didn't, I didn't realize, this is kind of off topic a little bit, but every time I think about rust, I didn't realize that WD-40 was just a rust remover. It's pretty much what people describe it as. I always thought it was just more of a straight up lubricant, but they said that it's actually more of a rust remover. So I learned that, within the last couple of years, trying to learn how to be a little handy sometimes. I did something productive, tried fixing my solar, but no luck. I did do something productive. No, WD-40 is much more than that. It's great for cleaning stainless steel. There you go. See, I live in an apartment and I obviously have my spine issues. So I try to get up and fix things and be I really do want to be that typical conservative man. I really do. And what I mean by that isn't politically conservative, but I want to work with my hands and I want to be a handyman, stuff like that. I do think there is great value to that. I don't think that makes it wrong not to work with your hands for everybody, for every job, but I think there is really awesome, virtuous things that you can learn from working with your hands. And I do think that men kind of have that, like, I don't want to go to work, but also they feel super rewarded whenever they do finish a project or do finish building something. I think men are wired that way. I know that I am. And so I want to get to be more of a handyman, but I got to get to where I can stand up for more than an hour or so. But guys, oh my gosh, guys, talk about building stuff. I got my work cut out for me. I got my work generally, WD-40 is definitely not a lubricant. Generally copper grease for metal, spray anything to rubber, and lithium spray for anything going near rubber like bike shocks. We got our validation at work. That's why kids, wife, friends usually start taking us for granted and we don't get praise anymore. So we get it from work. Yep. That is definitely, so I've watched a lot of shows that talk about like the different opinions on, you know, like psychology and behaviors according to different types of people, including different genders and more of like, you know, progressive versus conservative ideologies. And I'm not going to get into all that with a bunch of people on the stream usually, but you guys already know what I think about that. And so, let me lock in here for this road here and try and not rabbit trail too much, but, so I'm gonna spray down just because we're already close enough to this. But yeah, I do think there are some values behind like building things or, you know, just, you know, I mean, men are very object focused. That probably sounds really bad, but like, you know, construction workers and stuff like that, they don't just do that because it's hard. They do. Men are obviously more equipped to do a lot of that work, but also there's like that validation and that sense of accomplishment. So I want to get into stuff like that so bad. I definitely have to get my spine fixed where I can be up and around for more than like an hour or two without it like being basically unfeasibly painful. But I'm super excited to get more tools in the garage one day and be like healthy and up and running and just like do a little bit of carpentry and stuff like that at home. I think that stuff is super fun. I love that stuff. Interesting. I looked for validation at work after failed. Yep. Absolutely. That is definitely a thing that has happened. I mean, anybody who knows that has definitely probably read some sort of something on, you know, why culture is the way it is right now when it comes to the dynamics between different genders. But yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna get actually up on this hill. I'm gonna lay down on the downward slope of this hill where I have a pretty good upwind perspective of that that need zone right there. But I'm not gonna get too far up here. I want to be within 100 meters of it if I can be, and also be downwind. And the wind is just really screwed me up right now. It's still shifting as I'm moving, actually. But let's see here. This might do just fine. This might do just fine. A little bit more elevation, and this will be perfect. And now I'm going to start calling them in. Right about here. Yep. I just posted 2 pictures under art. It's a picnic table I made with under hey, on the Discord. All right, let's go. Hopefully you guys got my message today. I posted an announcement that we made a couple changes. There's our road deer. Guys. You see him? There's our road deer. Oh my goodness. We have to get 4 of these suckers. That's a decent road deer, I think. We're gonna go for him, obviously not her. And as soon as he gives us a look, we're going to take that guy out. And of course, he's not going to give us a look. If she gets too close before he gets here, we're going to take her out with a bow. In fact, we might be able to do that right now. Guys, we might be able to get a twofer. It's probably asking too much, but we might be able to. If she sits still. All right. If he doesn't run, or if he even comes in closer, we can get one on him too, but we're going to use the rifle for him. So that's going to be 2 out of 4 roe deer. Super excited about that. Oh no, come on. Turn back now. Can I shoot you in the butt? You think I'd make it all the way through the keister? That should have been, yep, that was a vital for sure. All right, guys. Hey, that's 2 roe deer down. 2 out of 4 down. Let's go. Let me check out this thing on the server in art. Let's go. It's under art. Boom. Hey, there you go. You made it with black walnut top and benches. The white part of it is pressure treated wood, and the top and benches are black walnut. That's very nice. That's very nice. Are you okay if I show it? I'm assuming you're okay if I show it, guys. That is that's a nice table. That's a nice table. So thank you very much for sharing that with us. I definitely, my dad built one just like that back in the day. Not the same type of wood or whatever, but the same type of, classic, wood bench that you don't really see as much. We saw some at, I think it was Lowe's or something, that looked identical to it and were like ridiculously, outrageously priced compared to what my dad paid for lumber to build it. But he used to do a lot of carpentry. He actually, I tell you what, I should probably do a section on the channel that's more like, what would a good name for that section be, ooh, 67.94. That's not going to be a PB at all, but we'll take it. That's how I got that commission. It's not even mine. I built it for a guy who wanted a fancy picnic table. There you go. Oh, a handgun. Oh my gosh, guys, I am doing so bad at actually doing the challenges today. We have to kill them with a handgun. So we have gotten 0 credit for any challenges so far. Let's get back to the storage, get ourselves the handgun that we should have gotten before we killed 2 of them. And let's get some roe deer going. I will have to call it here pretty quick, like probably within the next like 20-ish minutes to get ready to go to physical therapy. And then I will be back on for a second stream with the Mrs. Mecca. Mrs. Mecca will be back for our second Call of the Wild Wednesday stream today. And hopefully we can get at least one challenge done that we have never, ever, ever, ever gotten 0 challenges done on a challenge day, ever. And these ones are proving to be a little persistent. Right, weapons. Let's get this 243 out of here. Let's get ourselves the correct handgun, which is going to be the 357. We're going to get the 357. Come on, 357. There you go. Boom, boom. And some, I want a handgun scope. Where are you? There it is. 3 to 7. So we can look a little ways out with this, but we can't look super duper far with it. Weapons, handgun. Let's go. We should be able to hopefully get a couple roe deer before we're done and have to go to physical therapy. But we're going to look for need zones. We're going to look for need zones if we're going to get some more roe deer from 7 to 10, 4, all the way from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. right there. We are definitely going to type in like 7. And we're going to creep up on them right there. We might type in something like 6:30 because they're already there. But I tell you what, we're just going to go ahead and see what the wind does. Get us some roe deer. It's probably 2 groups, actually. So I'm going to say something like 5:30. 5:25, just to give me some time to run over there. And with 2 groups and that much time, we should be able to shoot one, wait a little bit, and get another. Let's go ahead and mark that roe deer section. That's a good spot. All right. No. On the challenges or so. Yeah. It's been so the first challenge of the day, you guys, was to get 2 waterfowl, or no, specifically ducks, and heart shot them with a shotgun. I chest shot so many ducks, and when I looked at the x-ray, it would obliterate every part of the duck and not get into their heart. It would just completely rip them apart with pellets with the correct, like a 12 gauge shotgun, bird shot. And I tell you what, it would sit there and it would get everywhere but the heart. The heart is like way far into their chest, evidently. Way far into their chest, a little ways back from what it looked like on the x-ray. So we have yet to get any credit today. We're going to fix that right here. We do have a need zone right here that we haven't discovered yet, which is great. And this lake over here has probably got a lot of drinking zones by it. But we're just going to grab this for now. Roe deer, 0 to 4. Yep. mating call from some Canada goose. But let's see here. I will say, guys, we finally got to link up with some people on RedSec. I've been trying to get into RedSec, but I need a good team for it because playing with a crappy team on RedSec will make the best player look horrible. There is no way you can play with a bad team and do well on RedSec. That's why everybody who is in the circle, like in the good circle, right, on looking for groups, is always posting that everybody else has to meet their crazy standards, because a lot of these people, not all of them, but a lot of these people are going to have really good stats because they're constantly hanging out with people who are really good at the game and kind of benefiting from it. So I've been trying to get into RedSec for a long time, not having a lot of luck at it, barely put any hours into it. I think I played 10 to 14, I think I said 14 games total of RedSec, period, ever. So Summer let us join in with her squad yesterday, and we got to have a fun time actually moving as a group and trying to keep up with people who know RedSec obviously a little better than we do. And that was a good time. I will say I probably overdid it a little bit for my wrist because I somehow re-injured my wrist. I don't even know what happened to it. One day I woke up and I could barely even move it at all that way, and just have this horrible sharp pain that hasn't been there for weeks since we started rehabbing that tendon. And for whatever reason, Sunday when I woke up, it was, oh God, worse than it had ever been. Maybe I slept on it wrong, right? I have no idea. But then yesterday we got the chance to play RedSec. We couldn't pass it up. It was just too fun. So we're still in the process of healing this up. It could take months. Tendons, I guess, can take like 12, 16 weeks or more. And I definitely reset myself on some progress. But I will say I think it was very well worth it. I very much do. Let's get this as close to the middle of that as we can. I'm going to be very slow approaching this because I got plenty of time. I got an hour and 20 until they even switch need zones. And I want to make sure that I don't spook them. Oh my gosh, of course there's a need zone right next to me. Yeah, they are. And I am not used to my body. Well, man, if you ever just want to play games without being on stream, RedSec, the Hunter, doesn't matter. You know I'm always down to play. You have my X. I forgot you're on Xbox, dude. Like I said, oh, I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, bro, I pretty much always stream if I'm on. Because I can only play for like an hour, like a couple hours at a time max, like up to like 4 or so hours a day. And I would love to join up with you. Wow. Let's see here. I completely forgot. I keep forgetting who is on my platform and who is not. We talked about that last Call of the Wild Wednesday. We talked about that last time. That's right. Because we were on, now I remember, we were on, yeah, gotcha. Now I remember I was hunting on Emerald Coast. I was hunting those Javan Rusa and stuff on Emerald Coast, and we were talking about that. That's right. I would love to have you link up with me sometime on Call of the Wild. That would be amazing. That'd be a fun time. This is a game I really like. I'm gonna try and grab this need zone while we're here. I am absolutely linking up with Mrs. Mecca this evening, but what I'm gonna do, guys, if you're into Call of the Wild, and I did hear that PC is crossplay for Call of the Wild, just not PlayStation. What we're gonna start doing is once we have anybody wanting to play Call of the Wild, like any sort of group of like, you know, maybe 4, 5, 6 people or more, we're gonna start doing community Call of the Wild, and that's gonna be super fun because you can actually do challenges like first person to get a gold this or a gold that or 2 gold animals, or first person to get, you know, all sorts of stuff. We got 10 red deer here. That is a lot. That is a lot of red deer. But yeah, once we get our Call of the Wild community just a little bit bigger, which will be way easy to do after another month or so, especially Limp and Gravy, if you guys can hop in with us. What I'm going to do is when I start doing some giveaways, I'm going to start doing like prizes on those community nights. Those are just all ideas that are going to happen in time. It could take like months for that to happen, but we are going to start doing like you know, the typical giveaways and prizes when it's a good time to. And I thought it'd be real fun to see whoever won the most challenges, you know, gets the prize, or to make it a fair chance for everybody. Let's say, what do you guys think of this? If we can get like, you know, 5-10 people playing Call of the Wild with us at once, if we could make it where like first, like every time you win, you get a certain number of tickets, right? And then we draw from the tickets to see who. Ooh, there we go. There's something. Where was it? But basically, we would draw from the tickets to see who would win. So everybody has a chance, but also the better you play, the better chance you have. Look at that. Look at that Fox Need Zone right there. All right. All right, lock-in time. It's lock-in time. Let's see if we can get some roe deer. We got to use this 357. And we got to kill it with a handgun. I have a friend who lost his arm to meningitis in primary school. Mad to see how we can adapt. I figured Call of the Wild probably be pretty easy for you. You pretty much play this game one-handed. Yes, absolutely. This is definitely my jam for when my hand is recovering. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I have a friend who only has like one hand and a thumb and a pointer finger on the other, and he threw a grenade back. Oh, I thought you were talking about a video game. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I thought you were talking about a throwback. Oh my God. No, that's real life. One hand and a thumb and a pointer finger on the other one. He threw a grenade back that got thrown at us, and he plays this all the time. Dude, invite him over, man. Absolutely invite him over. We can for sure do some community Call of the Wild. I'm definitely going to figure out what the best time would. Oh, guys, it's right next to us. Come on now. Quit showing us your booty hole and just let me shoot you. Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, it looks like that might have been the only one coming. But hey, guys, we got 1 out of 4 done. We are not going to go completely unsuccessful with challenges today. Let's see what we got. Why did I even say that? Of course, that was a doe. All right, we got 1 out of 4 on those, and we can sit here long enough, basically, to call the next one. I am, however, going to use the Fox Pro. I'm going to use the Fox Pro on the next one. That'll help me to be able to be a little bit more, I don't want to say accurate, but like patient. I'm going to be able to be a little bit more patient during my shots. So something like this right here, that'd be a good distance for a pistol. Get the widest window that I can through right there. And we're gonna also spray down some scent stuff. We have some roe deer scent. But yeah, dude, guys, that would be awesome. I would definitely need to figure out what's going to be the better time for sure. I might need to find a new spot though. I might need to find a new spot besides that right there. I don't know if like the early stream or the later stream would be better to do like a community Call of the Wild thing. We could just do like, I could do solo challenges in the first one, and then the second one once a month or something like that. It could be like a community game where the winner gets a prize. That would be a great time. Giveaways are going to be started in the next month or 2 on the channel. And it could be anywhere from like a $10 or $25 giveaway. And the frequency of them is just going to be purely dependent on if what the channel can support. So that's going to be fun. Super excited about that. But I will absolutely be able to do at least 1 giveaway a month, even if it is just 1 at a very low price. And we are going to put probably on the Discord. We're probably going to say on the Discord what game of the week or what day of the week we're going to do it. And my hope is to be able to do them once a week. Once a week we would have, and it wouldn't be like a competition. It'd be just a normal, you know, show up, enter your name, and see who wins, and see how that goes. But I couldn't do it just on the same game or on the same day of the week every time. It's your stream. I'm not an expert on what attracts viewers, but if it were me, I would invest in the things you were talking about already, like RAM. Yeah, I would on that one, but the prices of RAM are so high that saving up to be able to get that off of the stream would literally take me maybe like a year or two. Because it's quite literally like for 16 gigabytes of like an unknown brand name, it's like $250, $300 for like 16 gigabytes. So when I upgrade my RAM, what I plan on doing is getting at least 32 gigabytes, something like that. And because I'm not actually having, any issues like I thought I was, that the RAM was really helping. The issues I was having was mostly my intro video wouldn't play through. But even after upgrading the RAM, still struggling with it. So wait a year, maybe something like that. But the prices of RAM, though, are just ridiculous. Like, I would like to add at least 32 or 64 gigabytes of RAM to it, really not have to do it over and over and over again. Just get it done at once, But the prices, like crazy. You're talking like $600-$700. What? That's insane. Fair enough. Maybe you don't need it after all. I don't know. I do think that I do still need it for sure. I don't think 16 gigabytes is a whole lot by any means. Definitely not. But I do think that there is some weirdness going on with my intro video. I will say that the intro video, I thought what I had plugged in here was an SSD. It's not. It's an HDD. So those pull memory a little slower than SSDs. Maybe that's why, but it didn't seem like you have it all. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I definitely want to have just like, I'll be completely honest, I would prefer to just get like the whole 128 gigabytes, like 4 sticks of 32 gigabyte and see how that does. But that's probably, I don't know, that probably sounds like I'm biting off way too much, because that would be replacing all 4 slots. I would have to remove the 16 gigabyte one stick that I have that came stock with the computer. And so I'd have to get 4 32 gigabyte sticks. But wouldn't that be amazing? 4 32 gigabyte sticks. Oh, I could game whatever I wanted to. I could do whatever the heck I wanted to. I have like a really good GPU and CPU. And so with all that RAM, I could do 32 gigabyte DDR4. I would do that, remove what you have, and buy a kit. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think the savings of just buying the whole dang kit, I think that might be better than spending like the extra $100 per stick, basically, to buy them one at a time. Yeah, that was my main thing, not mixing and matching. Because whenever I was like talking to you and then trying to and Googling it and trying to figure it all out, I guess even if you have like 2 different brands that should work individually, if they're just from different manufacturers, that can still kind of throw a wrench in the mix, kind of thing, make it not as stable as you want it to be. You have 32 gigabyte DDR4, nice. Stream Elements coming in there just to let everybody know that I have to take breaks from my wrist. Thank you, Stream Elements. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. So we're gonna do monthly giveaways, possibly weekly giveaways. It all just depends on when the channel becomes more self-sustaining instead of more of a cost. And so I'm super excited about it. If we do monthly giveaways, it's just gonna be one random day of the month that we're streaming. Or it might be like on a game that I want people to follow me on more. Like if I really want people to follow me more as like a medic. Let me snooze that. I want people to follow me as like a medic on Battlefield 6, because that's what my main squeeze is for everything. I'm not super duper sweaty at a lot of game modes, even on Battlefield 6. But as far as like multiplayer objective based play goes, I can sweat it up a little bit as a medic, specifically as a medic. I got 17,000 plus reses. It's just, that's my niche for shooters, is to be the support guy in a shooter, because I'm slow. I don't know, but I have 2 X48 Crucial Pro. I hope you don't give your own money, please. Well, the thing is that I definitely already give my own money, even just doing the stream, like a lot. Like, I'm going to say this one time and one time only so that people see this after, don't like, you know, go around, talk about how much money I spend, but it's been thousands. So like, you know, and that's of course, a lot of that was the tax return and stuff like that. Cause we went from having a Series S that was kind of fried internally. The Series S was kind of done. It overheated and it couldn't handle a lot of games. We went from having that like bare bones next gen console to having to replace that, get a PC. The first PC broke, get a second PC, and we already had purchased the green screen, the lights, the mic, the webcams, all that stuff. So it's been crazy. But it is finally also turning into something that's a little bit, you know, more, I don't know. It's less expensive, I'll put it that way. It's less expensive because we've bought everything we need. But this is my best shot right now, guys, at having like an online occupation that also can make me good money. I definitely have some things lined out to help us financially very soon. But with my recovery from my spinal surgery, it's just, you know, things kind of come as they will, you know, things kind of happen as they're kind of working out. You know. Buying hardware is, oh yeah, buying hardware. Oh yes. Well, I mean, to me, I don't know. To me, the cost of it, for me, if I threw down like $200, $300, $400 on something involving gaming, to me, that's just like, that's always going to have to be like with extra regular like spending money, because there's no way that that's going to be like stream money. There's absolutely no way at all. But that would be for me, my interest in getting that much RAM for me personally wouldn't just be for the stream alone. That would be like, can I turn this cyber power, you know, like brand new gaming PC into a real gaming PC, because it has everything it needs other than, you know, like the RAM. The 16 gigabytes of RAM is just not really keeping up well, you know, even with basic stuff. So if I did that, if I bought the RAM, it would definitely be a bonus to the stream. But that would be like, for me personally, that would probably be more like, I want to be able to play like top-notch games on my PC instead of my Xbox. Soon enough, it will. Like I said, just keep being your channel. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Dude, you guys always build me up, just keep me company. It is very discouraging in your first 2 or 3 months, if you're like me and you start out like from scratch, like a lot of people do. Sitting here talking to nobody, knowing that, you know, you're hoping someone's going to stumble in. But one thing that's helped me with the being you thing is turning off the viewers. So on my end right now, the eyeball that usually tells me how many people are watching, that crap's turned off. I can't see that. I have no idea, right? If there's 50 people watching or if it's just me, you know, I have no idea. So that's helped me a lot to just kind of feel more normal about it, more comfortable, you know. And also my VODs are now getting some views. Some of them are getting like, you know, 40, 50, 90 views. And that's like after the stream is over with, people are watching them. So, oh yeah. TikTok has actually been pretty good. But, you know, for people in the past, because Twitch is really difficult with discoverability for sure. But now that particular platform that I'm going to stop trying to talk names about because I don't want them to think that I'm on it right now. I'm not even on it right now. But they started doing some stuff with people there where it's like they will ban you just for making video game content on the basis of it being unoriginal, right? Like that American company bought them out for you know, our local tick. And so since then they've made it where they call it unoriginal content, and they're banning people for streaming games or even for making content about games on the basis of it being unoriginal. And I'm like, dude, there are channels out there that are monetized. Not some channels. They're like, if it's like 50% of channels now are monetized for being reaction channels. So they repost someone else's excellent content, and they sit there and go, oh, looking at it and call that, like content creation. All they're doing is literally reposting content, and they don't get banned for being unoriginal. Maybe they do on that platform. I don't know. But we built up some people on particularly that one. And so far, we haven't gotten any sort of trouble for it. So Insta and, good old the Book of Face. Those ones we have going too, but there's like nobody who knows we're on it yet. And the red one, YT, we're actually doing okay on that one. We're actually doing okay on that one at times. We're getting some people reacting or commenting from time to time. So definitely going to be using those socials to hopefully get discovered. But yeah, the purple one is just, I'm struggling with it, guys. The purple one is insanely difficult. We have a TV show called Gogglebox. You watch people in their own homes watching TV and commenting on it. It's the biggest load of rubbish. That sounds like rubbish. Do you need music to dub over? I can create you some stuff. You want to lo-fi, you want to EDM, you want reggae, I can play you music. So for content, that's a good one. So I haven't used music for a lot of content at all. Just recently I did put like a basic, Southern sounding track behind one of my posts. It's actually the first or second time I ever put music to like a short form video, like a 30-second video or whatever, 50-second video. And whether it was the music or whether it was the content, it was my diamond crocodile hunt that I made a short from. That one got way more attention than anything else I usually do. So if you want to make me something and then I'll put the credit for it or whatever in there, absolutely. I would absolutely do that. I can make you like a 2-minute long dark alt country so it kind of sounds like grungy and goes with any Battlefield clips. There you go. I will say, and this is going to sound super picky, I don't use the same song more than once, so that's going to be a lot. That would be a lot. But I will say, if you ever feel like throwing something my way, obviously I can't really afford anything. So if you're doing that, which you've told me you don't charge for or whatever, if you ever feel like doing that for me to just add it to a thing, you can absolutely send it my way. I'll save it under a folder. I'll name it the name you give it, by Limpet or whatever. I'll put the name on it, and then I can use it for future ones and alternate them out too. I can alternate them out over time. So that's entirely up to you. We do some country stuff for Call of the Wild. And we do some, what else? Country stuff for Call of the Wild. I have some instrumentals I can throw into your Discord. If I didn't check to see if you had a music tab, I'll throw it up. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, for that, you might just send it directly to me if you can. I wouldn't put that on the Discord, possibly because there would be other people maybe using it. So what are the copyrighted things on it? It does have to be licensed. I will say, and I'm not trying to be super picky on this, but it does. I do have to have some sort of like. Hold on, okay, it's just the fox. God dang it, where are these roe deer? It's not even past their time. We're gonna make a dead zone if we shoot again too. But yeah, I don't know. I would just just send me a message with it personally, saying, hey, you can use this. Here's the title. Here's the name. You can use this. If and just put give me credit for it or something, and then I'll just have those, and I can save the download from it, and that would work out perfectly fine for me. Oh my goodness. I am wary about using copyrighted stuff. Not because I don't trust you, but just in general. I don't want to get in future trouble for it. Dude, I'll do you one better. I'll send them in waveform so they're non-compressed and audio sounds perfect. I don't know what waveform really is, so that'll work for me. But yeah, just If you could type me up a message. I mean, I know this is probably going to sound way too picky or untrusting. I do trust you, but I just have to take care of my responsibilities with it. If you can send me a message saying, hey, anytime you use one of my tracks. Well, hey, Love Hunting. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. We are just finishing up the first stream of the day. We're going to be doing a second one later on at the scheduled time. You can see our schedule on the purple platform. We're going to be back later with Mrs. Mecca hunting, and we're also going to be doing community hunts in the future. So thank you so much for the follow. Glad to have you. Let me explain it to you like this. Hold on. There we go. MP3 will be 5 megabits, and the audio is super compressed. It can get muffled sometimes, especially if you want to do something real intricate when you send it in a wave. Might be 55 to 60 megabytes. That works for me. Most of the tracks I use, if I use them, will just kind of be when the vibe fits, and what I'm going to do with them is I'll put them in the background quietly. So a good example of that is if you go look on my my Insta, whatever, if you go look at the Diamond Crocodile Call the Wild video that I posted, you can hear some royalty-free, country music in the back. That's about the volume that I probably will use things for most of the time, unless it's like I'm really tearing it up on Battlefield or something, and I got some really great stuff, which doesn't happen because I'm not really that great at Battlefield. But if I did somehow tear it up excellently at Battlefield, then I would 1,000% turn up the volume on it a little bit, do a highlight reel. Yeah, my stuff's all copyrighted through my own media company, so if you want strikes or anything, you don't even have to play it low. If you don't. Oh wow, yeah. If it's copyrighted and it's like not license free for use, I probably won't be able to use them. I'll be completely honest. If they, yeah. Wow, I didn't stop to think about that. So I'm sorry, bro Chacho. I will say I probably will pass on that then, because some platforms rather than others they'll catch that and just give me an automatic strike. I own it, nobody else. Record label, I own my own record label. You don't have to worry about copyright strikes. Oh, I don't have to worry about copyright strikes. Okay, there you go. I thought you were saying that it would automatically detect them and strike me for it. But oh, wow, you don't even have to play it low is what you're saying. Okay, gotcha. Cool. But yeah, I mean, that's just entirely up to you, I don't have, I don't use a whole lot of music. But, but if you're ever wanting to collab on stuff like that to help both of us, I completely understand that, or to grow. I'm not the most in need for a ton of music. I have a lot of videos that just I don't really do that a whole lot, but I have absolutely no problem, collabing to be able to help each other grow like that too, on the production side of things. For me, as bad as I am at video games, that stuff is more rare. I'm thinking you don't use music because the royalty-free stuff sucks and you don't want to get strikes against your own. Don't have to worry about it with me. I make music for the fun. The only people I charge money for is people who have a very big audience who don't need the help of custom music. I actually don't do that. I do have quite a bit of music that I have access to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to sound like rude or anything by that either. Because your stuff is good. I've heard it. Your stuff is good, but I just typically don't use a whole lot, period. I mean, I definitely have found a variety of places that provide like free or like subscribed, access to a lot of music. And I've got a lot of free stuff that I've got saved. I got several free songs saved. I just don't usually use it a whole lot. But that's a lot of that for me too, is because I just don't, this is going to sound super insecure. Maybe, I don't know. It's not, I'm not really that high energy of a streamer. And so with my content, one thing I'm very particular about is how much time do I got? I don't try to beef up. I don't try to beef up my content. I got it. I got instruments that sound like belongings in the open news of anime. If that's your thing, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the real reason why I rarely use stuff like that too is because I'm not super sweaty, and not just am I not super sweaty, but I'm a very casual streamer. And so my energy levels are just so much lower, or like the shots, the clips that I have are just so much more kind of boring. Like they're not very exciting. And I know that sounds like a really, you know, weird reason to not use music, but I don't try to beef up too much stuff on my content, because if I make it too exciting or too, you know, like really cool, instead of just kind of laid back and, you know, very casual, then I don't want people coming to my channel and be like, this guy sucks. This guy sucks at Battlefield. What is his highlight? What is this highlight video with rock music for when he's going like 3-8 in a game of Conquest, or he got 0 kills 2 games in a row on RedSec? I'm just not good. I'm just not very good at the games I like to play, which is weird. I know, but you know, like ganking them guys, oh my goodness, best in the world at what they do. So I will say, if I did do like really high intensity stuff, it would clearly be me rezzing people. I would do highlights of that all day. That's why they're called montages. You only take the good parts. Nobody takes the bad parts that are montages unless they're funny and somebody clicks on the montage and expects that high level the entire time. They're delusioned. Oh yeah. I do think a lot of people are that delusional. I'm not gonna lie, but yep. I'm weird about it. But yeah, I tell you what's really gonna help me to be able to do that more is having the right people to play with, which thankfully is kind of becoming a thing. So when I play by myself, you guys know I am purely a support the team type of player, right? Purely a support the team type of player. Well, when my team is just a bunch of randos from the internet or some person on LFG for Xbox, then it's kind of like, this is just becoming, I'm being chatty Cathy for the rest of the stream, because we're certainly not looking at another road deer before I leave. We're 30 minutes. I've just been talking for like 30 straight minutes at least. But yeah, so the parts that I do love getting super sweaty on is boots on the ground, objective based, you know, strategic, close to each other type of, you know, gameplay. I like to be on foot with a sweaty crew of some of the best killers on the planet. And I support those guys very efficiently and proficiently. We got about 9 minutes till I'm heading out, guys. Got about 9 minutes. Let's see if we can get another road here before I chatter too much. You got me excited. You got me talking about a lot of fun stuff. But yeah, let's see here. There's definitely another road deer that we can grab real quick before the stream is over. There should be 7 to 10. That's perfect. That right there is perfect. We're going to fast travel, get at least one more road deer. What do we got? Was that 3? 2. There's 2 with a pistol. But yeah, thankfully with that stuff though, guys, we are actually, so Porpoise is, he's one of my main guys for being super sweaty. He's not a streamer, but that guy will drop like 50, 60 kills a game. If he is the only person that he knows in a lobby, he will be getting like 40, 50, 60 kills and like 10 or less deaths in a public lobby. It's ridiculous. We are hunting some roe deer. Apex Legends had great support characters. Really? Apex Legends has great support? See, guys, I do good at support because I don't know. I stay focused on the objective. I have the ability to do that. I don't always do that if everybody's just kind of running off doing their own thing and it just isn't working. But I have the ability to stay very focused on objective for some reason when it comes to, like, you know, shooters and whatnot. So that's Apex Legends. I don't know anything about Apex Legends. I don't know nothing about that stuff. That's awesome. Thank you, Grumpy. Thank you for tuning in. We got a follower recently, guys. Also, guys, I'm getting ready to go to physical therapy. Obviously, welcome, everybody. This is definitely the Chatty Cathy ending time of the stream, but we do Call the Wild Wednesday. If you're new here, we do Call the Wild Wednesday every single Wednesday, twice that day. We got the 2-hour or so stream about this time, and then on my schedule on the Purple platform, you'll see about 3.5 hours from now is when we usually start the second one. So welcome, guys, to the channel. Thank you so much for anybody and everybody who is now joining us. And we're having some good talks here. Limp, Gravy, Grumpy, we're all having some really good talks as we finish up. We're going to grab one more roe deer, and then I got to go to physical therapy for my neck. and I'll be back after that for some more. But try it out. You can get some great teammates. I really am. If I'm going to be sweaty in a shooter with my unk reflexes and my crappy copper internet, I'm absolutely going to be a support character because I can at least make good decisions. My mobility, guys, my ability to run for my life, that is above average. That is very much above average. Watch me on Fortnite. If I ever play Fortnite, if I'm the last person alive, I can usually get out of there no matter how sweaty the group is if I have any kind of ability to do that, like with any kind of mobility. One mobility item, and I will usually get away from most situations. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I'm just a scaredy cat, guys. That's why I'm good at support. I'm good at staying alive, hiding. I don't know, but yeah. Back to the music stuff, though, dude. I'm thankfully connecting with more sweaty people. Summer is actually. She says she's not sweaty. She's better than me. She's better than me. You know, that's for sure. At RedSec, I am probably better than most medics at Conquest. 17,000 reses and counting. I'm just going to keep saying it, guys. That's my one claim to fame, right? I'm super stoked to get some highlight videos, Limp, in the future involving my support play. I just haven't had a crew to regularly play with yet. Everybody I know is streaming is usually playing with other people up until we met Summer. She's been super chill and says that we can hang out and play sometimes, which is just huge for us finally having a crew to hang out with. Oh, guys, look what we're walking up on. Look what we're walking up on. That's exactly what we need. We need roe deer with a pistol. That's 50. We can absolutely sight in for 50. Maybe we can shoot it right in the keister. Right now, we're gonna go over here. They're calm. Wow, we walked right into that one. Gonna be lurking while I do some lectures. Thank you so much. I started coming to watch streams because all the people I play with don't play anymore, so I just get my fun out of watching everybody else now. I haven't done that a whole lot myself, but I can already relate to that. I can already relate to that for sure. Where did that guy go? I know that I was just looking at it. There we go. Tucked perfectly behind that tree. Are you talking about? Yes, absolutely. We got to tear up some. So you guys know that I usually don't game super late at night, but we were watching and talking, just hanging out on her stream, and they offered, or they needed a fourth or something, so they offered, and we had been talking about it recently. So there's a roe deer. There's a roe deer. We got another roe deer, guys. So yeah, we hopped on, played some RedSec. I've never had anybody to play RedSec with, so the 10 whole games I'd ever played before that got me like a 0.91 or 0.95 KD, so we never got to play any RedSec because I've 10 games of getting crap teammates and I just gave up on it. So we linked up with their squad, had fun, actually went positive, and worked together and got some good games in. Didn't get a dub, but hopefully we'll be able to do more in the future as we get more familiar with RedSec. It was very nice. It was awesome. It was super awesome. And so, yeah, we got that. We also, guys, we have some channel points that are Battle Royale related. We're also releasing channel points within the next week or two that are going to be Call of the Wild related. And so they're going to be where you get to pick what I hunt, where I hunt, stuff like that, maybe what time. And those are going to be channel point rewards that are modified and added to the channel for Call of the Wild. And if I want to, I might just add like a cool visual that pops up on screen that says like, hey, so-and-so redeemed this, and they get to tell me how to hunt. So that's going to be coming up within the next week or so. I might even make one or two of them today in between streams, but I might not have time because I'll be at physical therapy for a lot of that time. A lot of great stuff coming to the stream, though, guys. Giveaways are going to be coming up. Community stuff is going to be coming up as we are just about approaching the size we need to be for community games. Probably going to be Call of the Wild. Probably going to be Call of the Wild community games, but that'll be fun. That'll be a super good time. We might compete for bragging rights. I don't know. What time is it in real life, guys? Oh, my gosh. Okay. I got about 5 minutes. Let's see if we can go over here to where this roe deer is. We might be able to get one more roe deer within the 5 to 10 minutes that I have to do so, and that'll be that first challenge done. And we can work on the other challenges with Mrs. Mecha later today. super, super excited. Call of the Wild, guys. Call of the Wild's definitely turning into our one of our more favorited streams. And it works for me because I just got my license a couple years ago for real hunting. I got one deer, and then we had the spinal surgery that's really made it hard for me to get out. In fact, I need some heat right about now. And it might be 5 minutes worth, but we're going to do 5 minutes worth of heat because that ice helps to a degree, guys. But when you have metal in your neck like that, when you have artificial discs and stuff in your neck, it absolutely can cause it to ache a lot too at the same time. It's kind of a double-edged sword situation. Got to lower the inflammation, but also causes muscle spasms and stuff. Right, let's get over here and get another deer. Yes, I've been super lucky and fortunate with the channel, with you guys and Gank and stuff. So things are finally starting to look a little bit up. You know, things were looking way up there for a little bit, and then we had to quit playing a lot when the wrist injury kind of occurred, and we kind of backtracked just a little bit, but mostly just being consistent has been the best thing for kind of building the channel back up instead of gigantic random spurts of success. I think the consistency is really really where the focus should be and has been. So yeah. Cool. I'm glad you linked up with her. So she plays mostly Battlefield, I think, throughout the week, and she plays with State of Mind 1112, I think is his name, something like that. And then she also plays with Dianasaurus, which is a really fun name. I don't know why. I think that's just the best, but Dianasaurus is one. I think she does co-stream sometimes and do things with like the community events with Gank and Doom and all them. But I am just so super excited to be able to link up with her and hopefully be regular gamers and just have fun to finally have someone else to squad up with who's also a streamer. Because the wrist injury really did put us back, guys. We were linked up real good there early on with you know, some of our other regular people that we still hang out with, but we kind of there's a roe deer mating call, guys. We're gonna get our last roe deer and get the challenge done right before I go to PT. I don't know them, but I'm sure they're cool. They're all right. I don't know that they even really stream while they're doing it the whole time. But she also plays other games that I'm gonna be playing soon with Grumpy, hopefully. Helldivers, guys. I have never played Helldivers. Heard about it for years, and so I've been having enough other streamers either play it or mention playing it. And Grumpy has actually been nice enough to mention actually playing Helldivers with me if I get the game. So we're probably going to be getting Helldivers within the next few weeks or less, depending on how my wrist does. And we're going to be streaming some Helldivers very soon. Guys, we got our last roe deer right in front of us. And we do have an angle on him that we can work with. We got a couple of them, I guess, but we're going to take that dude out if we can. We need one more pistol downed roe deer to get our first challenge of the day done, and then we'll be working on the other challenges when we get back from physical therapy. I actually wrote a Helldivers 2 cinematic speech track. That's really awesome. That's really cool. I'm getting better at video editing limp too. So like one thing for me also with why I struggle so much with my content is I've never made content before. And golly, you got to know some stuff with it. I tell you what, you definitely got to know some stuff with it. Look at this open view we got here, guys. This is going to be so bad. We have to stop getting right up where their scent is. They do have good scent, so we got to spray back down. And we're going to pinwheel clockwise. We're going to pinwheel clockwise here from 6 to like 11 o'clock. So that way we can get this shot. We want the dude, not the chick. You know, we want him to respawn as a better roe deer, and we want the bigger payday, so. But yeah, as I'm getting better at making more content, it's taking less time to make my videos. And that's just been a huge benefit to what type of things I can add to the video. Because just making them alone, even with the assistance of like certain like helping programs, I'll put it that way, like Nexus and whatnot. We use those to help with some of making it, but really what it's turned into is that they don't really help us that much anymore. They kind of just add subtitles, which is fine. I'm not saying that that's not helpful, you know, but I mean, other than the framing and the subtitles, that stuff just hasn't been super duper amazing. It's really turned into having to learn a lot of DaVinci Resolve on our own. And the better I get at that, the quicker I can make the videos and the more videos I can make. I have definitely had to spend way too much time editing videos for basic effects that I had no idea about. But I'm going to shut up right now and get this deer. Yeah, he's down. I wanted to make sure that shot was perfect, and I thought that figure 8 was going to go up a little bit more, so it sure did, and here we are. We got our last deer. What are you using? I recommend DaVinci Resolve is complete. Hey, I was going to say, yeah, DaVinci Resolve. We were using Clipchamp. Guys, the compression of the files on Clipchamp is horrible. I'm sorry. It's very easy, user-friendly, and I suggest using it for sure if you're new to video editing like I was. But I will also say that it's just not that great to make anything that good looking with. The compression, the quality of the fuzziness is just not that great. So we do use DaVinci Resolve, but DaVinci Resolve is very, very, very completely free and high quality with a lot of features. But it's also video editing in and of itself is quite the monster to tackle when you just bought your first computer like a couple months ago. So, all right, guys. Hey, I'm about to go to our ending little slide right here. Definitely worked on that one, guys. So I hope you enjoy it. Anybody here who's followed me before has already seen it, but I'm going to wrap things up, guys. We're going to be back later for our second Call of the Wild stream, the second Call of the Wild Wednesday with Mrs. Mecca later today. But for now, y'all, I am hopping on over to some physical therapy, and I'll be back after that to see you guys for the rest of the hunt. And until then, you guys have a good day. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Let's raid somebody real quick, guys. Let's find somebody to raid. That's going to be helpful. So, everybody hold on there. If I haven't lost you yet from my horrible announcement time, let's go ahead and help somebody else out besides ourselves. Let me go ahead and take this back real quick, actually. We're going to raid somebody, guys. Let's find somebody who is actually on the same game, who we might be able to hunt with in the future or something. I don't know. Or let's see if we have anybody on the Purple platform that we can raid that we know. Hopefully help them out a little bit. So, all right, guys. Hey, I tell you what, I do have somebody on here who has raided me and helped my channel before, so we're going to go ahead and raid them too. Their name is MockDog1. Please, guys, stick around at least to say hello. You're never wrong. I think we might go with MockDog. I'm not going to lie. I've seen You're Never Wrong on before, but I want to see if we can get MockDog and raid them as well and help them out. Well, maybe not. Maybe we do need to raid You're Never Wrong. They have less people watching. You guys tell me. Please let me know. Well, Gravy already said You're Never Wrong. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how to raid them right now, too. I'm trying to figure out how to raid them. So please bear with me. Yeah, Mock did raid me. Let's do Mock. Let's do Mock. Let me just figure out how to raid. Stick with me, guys. I just got to click the button on my dashboard to do it. And we're going to raid MockDog. That would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated if we stuck around for that. So, let's search MockDog. There we go. And here we go, guys. Please at least stick around, maybe say hi. But let's give MockDog a raid, and we will catch you guys on the next Call of the Wild Wednesday later today in a few hours. Here we go.